What's up, guys? It's Mark and Jess from Rants. Here to talk about a special topic. A lot of talk lately about bringing up 4 major female wrestlers from NXT to the main roster. And what's interesting is a lot of articles out there are saying that they should be brought up all at one time during this storyline that Paige has going on against the Bellas. Of course, these 4 wrestlers that they're referring to is Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, and Bayley. Now, these 4 are the best of the best in NXT. They put on great matches. We had the privilege of seeing them live not too long ago. Holy cow, they brought the house down. Like, the wrestling overall, the show overall was great, from top to bottom, but these female wrestlers really shine and could be one of the biggest attractions going as it comes to, NXT and live shows and stuff like that. So, again, a lot of articles out there are saying that all 4 of them should be brought up at one time. Can you imagine that?
And I'll add that it was all spurred on by Nikki and Brie Bella's appearance at Wizard World this year. And they were hosting a panel, and one of the reporters asked them, is there anyone from NXT that they'd love to face? And Nikki took over the conversation and said, definitely Sasha, and I think that would just be amazing because personality-wise, they're really, really similar.
Yeah.
Very show-offy, very kind of like in your face, I'm better than you, I know it, don't mess with me, I'm the alpha chick,
Yeah.
And definitely would be interesting to see.
Yeah, and I know that even before that appearance at the con, a lot of articles, a lot of speculation about bringing these girls up, and I think it would really add a whole lot to the storyline if, say Paige goes on a recruiting trip and ends up with the NXT, female wrestlers at her back, It would kind of solidify this whole, actual women wrestlers versus divas sort of vibe that they're going for.
Because Paige was trying to rally them this past Raw.
Yeah,
giving them a pep
Raws
talk. And building off of that, I think getting the NXT stars behind Paige would be something.
Yeah, and she's a former NXT person too, so I can see how they can easily, transition into that where, hey, maybe Paige is wrestling Nikki or Brie at a show, and then maybe she's getting, beat down by the Bellas, and now they have Alicia Fox on their side. But then out of the crowd or from the ramp, here comes Charlotte, Sasha, Bayley, Becky Lynch, to save the day. And then it adds to this feud. But I don't know if they should do all 4 at once, like some articles suggest.
I think it would be too overwhelming.
Yeah, in the sense that, yes, they'd all be there, and, having them on the main roster at the same time would just be, the shot in the arm that the Divas division needs, where, we're going to get a lot of good wrestling and a lot of new faces, and it'll really show the crowd what, female wrestling can be. But at the same time, then it leads them not to do much more after. Because if you bring up all of them at once, who do you bring up later on when maybe you need that extra person? If they're already there, maybe that kind of, defeats the purpose and you're really set for some time, But I would like to see a gradual process where, maybe one night Nikki and Paige are wrestling and Paige gets saved by Charlotte. And then you have a match later on and it's Paige and Charlotte versus the Bellas at a pay-per-view. Slowly, gradually adding more and more. Like every time the Bellas add someone to their team, Paige adds someone to their team. So, you can drag this kind of story out for a couple months, maybe 2, 3, 4 at most, and then each month bring up the other wrestler. Again, it would still kind of leave a void where who do you bring up in a year? Is there another female wrestler that's ready to make the transition into WWE after Bayley and Charlotte and Sasha and Becky are already there? But it would be cool to see them on that main roster on a Raw and SmackDown. They would tear the house down.
Maybe an idea would be something like how before AJ left, she randomly teamed up with Bayley to go against, was it the Bella Twins?
It was her and Paige, and then what you're probably thinking is AJ wore Bayley's shirt on her last appearance for Raw. So that was like her way of...
They teamed up though. I thought it was
they've wrestled. AJ went down to NXT when AJ was Divas champion the first couple times around. No.
They teamed up during a pay-per-view.
No. Yeah, they do have, her and Bayley do have history. They've wrestled before, and AJ's always spoke highly of Bayley. Like, that's one girl that, she would want to see up, and even like in her Slammy speech from, I think it was this past year, she mentioned like she does this for the wrestlers like Bayley, like Sasha, and like Charlotte, and all them. So, we know of them and we know what their abilities are, and I think no matter when they come up, they'll get a great reaction. It'll be a great thing to happen in WWE.
And I think it'll be a good way to showcase everyone on the Divas roster instead of just particular people going at it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Particular women going against the Bellas week in, week out.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be a good way to get kind of maybe like inner Divas division factions going.
And I'd be all for that. I'd love to see. I mean, they nicknamed Bayley, Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky the 4 Horsewomen just because they're all like real good friends and they're like the cream of the crop, So I could see something where they just kind of bust into that locker room and take over, be like a female NWO or something. That'd be legit. I'd be all for that.
Because I don't know the last time there's been any all-female factions or groups.
Honestly, not since the Attitude Era. There was PMS. That was
God.
But it was pretty mean sisters. That was their name.
But it was always women with other male wrestlers, and that's what I think.
This one was all female. It was Terry Reynolds. It was Jackie or Jacqueline. I always flip the names between her and another one. There was a third though. I know at one point they had a male wrestler part of their group as like they introduced him and stuff, but Sean Stasiak, the Meat, was his name for a while. He was the Meat.
Okay.
Yeah, Attitude Era, great most of the time. Sometimes you get some really raunchy, stupid stuff like that, thinking about it. But enough of that. I'm looking forward to the day that even if it's just one of these girls that come up, Charlotte, Sasha, I kind of want Bayley though to have her own moment though. Like, it would feel so unjust if she gets called up in a group, because I think her reaction from the crowd just by herself would be crazy, and the hype that would come from just her being there would be amazing.
So I think introducing them singularly would be ideal.
Yeah.
And then somewhere down the line forming different alliances and stuff.
Yeah. So there's definitely some ways they can go about this. Just it needs to stop with this, Bella, burial that they're doing, and
Twin magic.
Yeah.
Day in, day out.
Yeah. There's more to it than those girls, and yeah, they offer some stuff. But
And there's even more to the Bella twins than what they're showing. They have a lot of talent, a lot of ability. I don't think it's showcased the proper way. I think they're made to appear as these eye candy models.
Yeah, I mean that's certainly their role, because they're pretty much reality TV stars, and that's where they thrive. And they don't have the background in wrestling like a Bayley or a Charlotte or a Sasha does. Their background's modeling and Hollywood stuff, and that's their strong suit. And that's what WWE wants. That's fine, but eventually that's gonna wear thin, and people are gonna want to see wrestlers like Bayley and Charlotte. Because as soon as that main roster sees them, as soon as that Raw crowd sees the match that they put together, if they give them like 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, Charlotte and Sasha, they will tear it down. It'll be like the best match on Raw. So,
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah. So let us know what you guys think. Check out our other videos, check out our Facebook page, type in Ring Rants, subscribe, thumbs up this video, and look out for future videos. Everyone, take care.